Happy Mother's Day, everyone. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Today, we have a War of Brothers campaign for you. Our first round is going to be the Smokestacks, followed up by the Railroad Cut. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, our regiments for today. On the CSA side, you have the Kentucky Outlaws, 7th South Carolina, 6th Arkansas, 7th Louisiana, 20th Georgia, Army of Northern Virginia, Texas Guards, Midwest Brigade, 3rd United States Horse Artillery, 5th New Hampshire, and the 65th Illinois. Whereas on the Union side, you have the 1st Ohio, 1st Maryland, 8th Connecticut, 14th Indiana, 10th United States, and the New York Volunteers. I will note that 1st Ohio and the 14th Indiana balanced over to the other side. So, with that being said, it's 13 regiments versus 4 regiments, which is absolutely insane to think about. Anyways, server pop, as of right now, it's 246 in balance is 2 towards the Union side. Artillery-wise, CSA has 11. The Union has 6. So our infantry balance is 7 in favor of the Union side. Frontline reporters for today. On our CSA side, you have Cloud from the Army of Northern Virginia, and then our USA representative who got balanced over to CSA. So we have 2 CSA perspectives. You have Billy the Kid from the 1st Ohio. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. If I do get a Union representative in the middle of our round, then I will switch it up. For now, we get 2 CSA perspectives, and I mean, hey, that's what you're going to get when you get 14 regs versus 3. Anyways, it'll be interesting to see the result of all of this. But Conquest, relatively simple idea. You have 3 points of contention on the map. You have the C point, you have the B point, and then over here you have the A point. Each side is trying to capture as many flags as possible. And if you get a flag lead, you start dealing a ticket drain on your opponent. Now, if you're up 1 flag, you're dealing 1 flag's worth. If you're up 2 flags, you're dealing 2 flags worth, and 3 flags, you're dealing 3 flags worth. If each side, let's say, has 1 like it is right now, they cancel each other out, and nobody is losing tickets to that. So, CSA gunned it to this middle point. Looks like they sent some guys over towards the A point as well. A Union has guys here. The points were captured before we started the recording because skirmishers can move out at 45, which is when the round starts, the 45-minute mark. And then at the 42-minute mark, they can capture the point. But the infantry only starts moving out at the 42-minute mark. They quick time until the 40-minute mark, so there's not a whole lot of action at the beginning, which is why we're a couple minutes late. Last thing to note about the round is that no bayonets until the 30-minute mark. But it's fascinating that nobody has the C point yet. I don't know if that is a rule set that they're trying out or no one's going to C, but no one's at C. And as a result, nobody's losing tickets to the flags, which is kind of funny to see. You got A and V, TKO, TG. Really, at this point, with the amount of regiments on the CSA side, I could just say CSA and call it a day, right? Union's going to be a little easier, like you just got 8th Connecticut here. Yeah. And it looks like they're going to send these guys off to the C point, which, not a bad idea here. Now, it seems like the middle point, it's hard to tell what the middle point is on this map. It's either going to be A or B. Regardless of that, generally how teams should play this mode is they choose a safe point, which let's just look at it from the Union perspective. Union main spawn is here. The C point is their safe point. They keep a few guys there. They send the rest of their team to whatever they conceive as the middle point, which could be A or B, which you pick. Generally, you would think it'd be the B point. And then you send a small harassment force to their opponent's safe point. But this map, because of the weird everything, it's not as symmetric as you would think. CSA spawns around there, so yeah, looks like we got a little engagement going on near the A point. Got 20th Georgia and 6th Arkansas trying to push up on NYV, who's holding that A point.
I was coming to you to help you.
The thing is with this event, the officers don't have a Steam chat. They have to communicate in game. And so when you even if it was a Steam chat, right? if you have 14 groups trying to, you know, do their own thing versus 4 groups who are trying to do their own thing, it's going to be a lot easier for the 4 group team to communicate and do things out. Also, whenever Union moves, you know they're going to have a blob of guys with them compared to CSA who can act more individualistically. So, CSA, their really only shot at this is... The thing is that they're going to be able to spread out a lot more efficiently since they have a lot of tiny groups. Union is very blobbed up. So CSA, if at all possible, should group up near points. And then if they try to go attack a Union point, they need to harass it. They can't expect to charge the Union head on, right? If you see a Union regiment holding the point, maybe you could skirmish it, but you can't charge in. So it almost is maybe just best to do some Napoleonic tactics and just kind of avoid them. So Union finally gets that C point. CSA now starting to send some troopers over that way as well. It looks like it's A and V heading that way, and they lost a flag. However, I-Blue is looking to pick it up. Some Union are starting to shift that way, whether intentional or not. They'll run into each other. Union trying to surround the B point, and they're just holding A. Traditionally, in the past, when I have seen, or really just this event in general, 5th Corps, which is most, if not the whole Union team outside of the New York Volunteers who are defending the A point. But 5th Corps can just blob up with their numbers and kind of run through the smaller CSA force, which we'll see if that happens tonight. Here comes 1st Maryland with their Mississippis.
Fire right, cut them down, gentlemen, cut them down. Fire right side of the line.
Fire right. Northwest.
Get the flag, northwest!
To the left, felons.
And those Union? Oh no, it's CSA. I'm blanked for a moment there. Watch so much War of Rights that everything starts to merge together.
Fire north. Cut them down, boys. Spread it out. Spread it out.
Union trying to hold, but CSA having the position with more guys. They're able to hold that, and that's really a lot of what War of Rights is. It's a numbers game. Are you trying to get in the fun? He shouldn't be able to get the decap. Which they don't. And to Union's credit here, it looks like they are going to get a flag out, so that's good on their part. Tickets overall are fairly even. CSA seem to have backed off the A point. But forgot we're about 10th US being on Union side as well. They're new to this event. And I don't know exactly where they're at. They're maybe over here at the A point with NYV. Yep, which here they are.
Keep that fire up. Keep that fire up. Maintain independent.
Which, interestingly, I don't think the stone wall breaks to the artillery. Random tad bit of information there, but it's a nice spot to have.
This will get your loads. In fact, everybody on the caissons.
So, CSA, I mean, just looking at least from an overview here, it would make most sense for them to go for that C point. Now, obviously, we know that there's not a lot of Union over here, but, I mean, if you're CSA, you can look over here and see there's a good amount of Union over here, which probably means they have less guys towards C. You can definitely make a move towards that. I mean, A and V's going up, but they're severely outnumbered, so we're going to go watch the Union get closer and closer, potentially charge the CSA already out. Which you do have a couple CSA infantry guys here from 6 Arkansas.
Load and hold, load and hold.
Load and hold.
Wait for them to get close.
Shit, they're charging. They're charging.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Hold your load.
Still loading.
Take aim.
Come on, boys. This ain't London. This ain't London. It's not London. It's not London. Yep, swords, bring them over. So we're not gonna be able to fucking spawn here.
NYV, give him the mama.
And so CSA is kind of putting some lead. 10th US moving up now to assist, but you also got more CSA reinforcements moving up. 20th Georgia, Midwest Brigade, 5th New Hampshire. Front port led. CSA already even getting a shot, turning someone into jam there.
Oh shit, he's up.
Get off the caissons, get off the caissons. Hey, you motherfucker.
And you even got the CSA already guys charging in with their swords. And Union just got to be wary. They're getting a little greedy here, which CSA responded very well to this. So Union just got to watch out with their flags here, because if they lose their flags, their main spawn's really far from here. And Union can't afford to lose them, because if they lose these flags, they're slowly going to get whittled out, and CSA is going to get that A point, which you can't have. So it looks like you have some CSA movement over here, some on the point, some charging over there, and some kind of in the middle of nothing. But you can see the result of these flag respawns, how fast they are, right? You got to wipe people quickly, or else this charge is going to kind of keep going nonstop. CSA drop to engage.
Got somebody stabbing, officer stabbing me.
Spawn bayonet, spawn bayonet.
I'm surprised Union has their flags up here still.
Don't worry, Parker.
Save those colors.
Cover the colors, cover the colors.
I mean, you can really see the result of the flags. I mean, Union's barely alive, but yeah, they're just going to keep churning guys out. I mean, 2 guys every 5 seconds is fast. It's a 30-minute mark, so bayonets can now be equipped. Artillery guys are spawning in. They're just getting shot down right away. Oh, nope. So there's a flag down over there. I'm guessing it's a CSA flag, because you got CSA guys spawning main there, Union putting a little pressure there. But I mean, this is really where the action is, my friends. And it almost looks like Union's starting to overtake. At least they're getting a good amount of respawns in.
Keep fighting. Hey, they're moving closer on the right.
They have 2 flags up there. I would aim for them.
The fighting that never stops. Hello, who shot that? I mean, Union already is over there, but it looks like they're running their artillerymen over here to try to take the CSA guns, which is pretty funny. It looks like they're just taking their guns and kind of shooting them up. They are... This is funny.
Jesus Christ.
Vitamin D deficiency. You can't see straight. Look at you. You're missing all your shots. You're still missing all your shots. Oh my goodness.
Parker had his a moment. This just reminds me, I watched the Boulevard Heights camp match, and for those of you who do not know that map, Boulevard Heights Redoubt. It's a redoubt. Union defends kind of in this earthworks kind of fort on a hill, and CSA has to try to charge over the earthworks into the berm, and then the inside the berm is the point. And it's a neat map, because CSA have to approach up to the berm. They might sit there and shoot with the Union for a minute, and then they'll go over. I remember one time CSA just charged straight in. They brought their flags up at the edge of the earthworks, and the charge into the berm failed, but the flags were up, and they kept rotating around the berm, and they were able to respawn guys in so fast that Union was never able to throw them out. It was really funny to watch, and CSA ended up winning that match. So I will note, it is a little interesting. You do have some CSA guys here, the Midwest Brigade guys, which I mean, they're kind of in the middle of an open field. Sure, they're getting flanking shots, but I mean, A is wide open. Not that they would necessarily know, but you know, if you see a lot of Union troops over here, which are now starting to charge the CSA out trying to get a flag, right, you might have a window. However, it looks like the 1st Maryland guys have picked up on that, and they're gonna charge them out, or at least try to, anyways. They probably should. They definitely outnumber. But Midwest has just got to watch with that flag. Look at these bright red uniforms. Aren't they nice? So, CSA kind of has their nice defensive line here. Union maybe seeing that also start to retreat, but they get a good amount of kills there. And Union is starting to make a push from C towards the B point. You even got CSA, some leaving the B point here. So CSA's got to watch out. Midwest with a nice move. First Maryland stops, which leaves this point open for the CSA, who desperately need to get something back. I mean, it's getting to a point they're down 3/4 of a morale stage. And I'm surprised the First Maryland guys just kind of stopped and shot at this. CSA able to take their guns back. And a couple of fun stuff happening over there, but CSA's not going to do much. And First Maryland's on moving in.
I hope that's what my girl says next time.
That's fair.
Keep it going, boys. Keep it going.
So now you got NYV pushing up first. CSA does get the decap, so they're not losing tickets to flags right now.
For post, boys.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Peter File needs to run with the flag out of bounds, which... Why is out of bounds? What are the boundaries on some of these maps? But I mean, Midwest will get a decap. They do get the flag out as well, kind of, which is good for them. It looks like he's going to try to run out of bounds. If he's out of line for 30 seconds, he's going to die automatically. And I don't know if he can make it to out of bounds in 30 seconds. Why is this in bounds on the map? I guess they want CSA to be able to flank the A point or Union, whoever. So... I mean, he's going to run away with the flag to Union Arty, so at least he gets it out of Union's way. Looks like the Union group from the C point has gone over here, being 8th Connecticut. However, you got a lot more CSA reinforcements starting to move up. Still outnumbered, though. 20th Georgia, 6th Arkansas, and 5th New Hampshire pushing up and over. Union's going to be able to get this A point back in a moment. And Union is now starting to push out with their guys. Well, let's see what CSA wants to do here. So they're starting to push some shots on the Union on the point. Maybe distract that for a little longer. You got some 88th guys kind of shooting from the side. CSA flag is down right by Union Arty. But you do have some CSA moving out from the B point here. But CSA at this A point are a little outnumbered, and they do have a flag up here. So, again, flags are... Obviously, they're important in this game mode because you want to be able to capture the points, right? But the maps are really, really, really big. And when you lose a flag, 5-minute despawn on those... And so it can really put you out of the match for a while because being down a flag, that's going to hurt you way more than anything else. A charge, shooting for a while, right? The ticket loss from being down a flag is huge.
Shoot the barn, keep shooting.
Beautiful work, gentlemen. Beautiful work, gentlemen.
Here's the fire that never stops, by the way. Been playing for 5 years, and the building has survived, and the fire rages on. Quite impressive, actually, if you think about it. The architecture of the 1860s. Probably before that. Which...
Hold this flag.
That's a down CSA flag. They might be able to hold it off.
Wait, Damon's getting out the fucking way!
Shoot him, right?
Which Union now goes down to engaged. But, again, they're up a whole morale stage at this point. CSA isn't taking losses.
God damn it.
So that's 2 CSA flags down for now, which is going to hurt them. You have CSA now leaving B. I mean, they're really spread out in the woods here. I mean, just briefly looking at the overview of the map, you can really see that CSA has a lot more groups than the Union side does on their team. And actually, the CSA group might get a good shot at the C point. Midwest is trying to make a push there. You got some 8th Connecticut deco guys hiding in the bushes. And Midwest does not see him. So they'll be able to alert their friendlies. I mean, if you just look like walking through the woods, right? I mean, you're just focused on looking in front of you. You're not going to see the off-uniformed guy in a bush, right? So, nice little hiding spot from them. But Midwest is going to circle around. Looks like you have some CSA trying to maybe get that flag back, but a lot of halted stuff on that side.
Storm,
No, they're converging on us. Not good. There we go, Southwest. Shoot him down, shoot him down, shoot him down.
So Midwest gets a jump there on number a little bit, but you get these 8th Connecticut, more CSA moving in on the rear though.
Shoot in the back, shoot in the back, shoot in the back. Get up and over, get up
And they get a nice little crunch in. They should be able to hold, but here comes A&V and TG.
Save DK Dragon, no! No, you bastard! Get back here!
I don't think they know CSA is all behind them.
Alright, D company on. Hey, boys.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
bitch!
It only took 3 companies of y'all to kill one of mine.
Yeah, just stop.
So CSA will get that, which there's a fair amount of them off there, which might be a little exposed, but it's a question of does Union take advantage. Historically in the past, Union has had a really hard time taking this point away from the CSA for whatever reason, but that's normally the case.
How did they flip a gun? How did they flip a gun?
Let's go.
Oh, they flip a gun, I don't know. Oh.
Come here, come here.
I will spill your blood for West Elwood Street.
So, you can see the carnage from earlier. They flipped a case on. Where's the flipped gun? Am I blind? There's a way to do it. If you, like, push that thing into, like, the wheel and you shoot the cannon, you can flip it. But I don't know why you would flip it unless it was your opponent that went up and flipped it. There we go. So, Union takes CSA already. They're pushing up towards B, but they're not charging in, which at this point, you know CSA is at least a good portion of the forces at C. However, you got a lot of respawns here or groups moving over from that Union A point to contest this C point back, which numbers look slightly in Union's favor. You have some more CSA reinforcements moving over. So things will get a little spicy in a second, but Union's got a little bit of a buffer. They're up by morale and a half stage right now.
Independent fireball.
Which CSA is moving up towards the corner here.
Get moving.
My file's left, Mark.
Left.
Spread out on the fence line. Hold your fire, though. Spread out.
So it looks like they're just going to kind of get into a shootout, which surprised Union's not going in here. I mean, you got a lot more CSA back at C point, so numbers have kind of evened up actually. But it could leave the B point to be a little spicy, which looks like some Union have gone in. First Maryland. So they're trying to get a decap to at least prevent a ticket loss here. CSA countercharging. But you got some more Union now leaving. But that's a huge decap from Union, and at least, again, temporarily prevents the loss in tickets.
2 minutes spacing. Space it out. Space it out.
I have Instagram for the Battleline Network, and I keep meaning to turn the notifications off on it because it'll be like, so-and-so shared a post that you might like, but it just popped up, Mr. Beast shared a post that I might like. Which is kind of funny. Never gotten that before. So,
Yep, seen.
NYV, that was the group that we saw. I mean, again, that's what you get with the no Steam chat is groups just not necessarily going in together, which that's just kind of a part of the event. So, anyways, Union now trying to push up, not necessarily going head on, trying to go for a side. You could argue that this is head on, but at least where Union was coming from, it's not that.
Permission to shoot.
They're at least gathering up. CSA kind of repositioning. You'll see this a lot on the Eastwood skirmish map where Union will hold this corner on it, points being right here, CSA defending. We'll just rush up to this corner here and start to get flanking shots on the CSA side. So.
All right.
No. Hey, they're gonna come in from this corn, so be ready. Load and hold, get your loads ready.
Keep shooting into that cord, boys.
Mingo.
Mingo chingmo. Homo.
Suppin'.
Sup, man?
Hey, just so you guys know, there's a massive Union line, like, southwest down there.
Right there. Right behind you.
Oh my god, they killed him! They killed him! They killed him! Fire!
For defense.
Fuck them up, boys. Hey, 20, the independent fire to the west.
Oh my god,
So Union pushes up a little bit. I don't know why there's a CSA flag there. Maybe he was coming in from main after despawning. Maybe just bad timing there.
There's a flag.
Down MWB.
But CSA holds that pretty well. Union not... Actually, CSA flag is down, but they picked that back up. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Looks like CSA is making some moves on the Union Arty, and actually, CSA is starting to be in a really good spot. If they can wipe these Union flags, which you have some of the artillery guys spawning in here going in at it, but Union's going to back off here and reposition. I mean, if CSA can get to that A point and at least decap it, that's a good way to catch back up. At this point, it's going to be close for if it is... it's looking to be a draw so far. I think CSA already shot. That knocked down a lot. Didn't kill, but it knocked down a lot, so at least impeded that a little. But the thing is that the game... When the game ends, when the clock hits 0, the winner of the match is determined by whoever has a higher morale stage. So if the game ended right now, Union would win because they're engaged and CSA isn't taking losses. Now in a couple seconds or so, Union is going to drop to taking losses. And if each side is in the same morale stage, it doesn't matter how high one team is or how low the other team is. If they're in the same morale stage, it is a draw. Now, this is just independent of any campaign. Which this campaign, they have some things like the losses for a token in the campaign is based on the losses on the round, not losses by flag drop rate. Which you do have 1st Maryland here for Union in the center. Maybe they're making a push on the B point.
Come on, come get some.
Fuck him
You don't fucking want this shit. Come get some.
Ah,
Alright, we're good,
friendly. We're in blue, damn it.
We're good.
Oh, they killed us.
One more. Still coming.
Come back.
Keep holding, boys. Keep holding. Good hold.
Don't chase.
So 1st Maryland will hold that, but looks like you got some Union trying to push up, maybe get a little closer, more Union reinforcements showing up that way. But 1st Maryland, and oh my, Union reinforcements. Hello, here's safe Connecticut. They're going to be able to take this B point. CSA is going to drop into breaking, and what I just said a minute ago does not apply anymore. If Union gets this point, it looks like they're probably going to win this game. Now, after you hit breaking, which CSA just did, and they go into last stand, at that point they can't respawn. And if Union wipes all but 3 of them when they're in last stand, the round will end, they'll win the game. So... in terms of this campaign, though, the number of flags that you have up at the end of the round is important because I think the winning side knocks back the losing side a certain number of spots based on how many flags the winning team has up. Anyways, you got A and V, 7th South Carolina, at least a couple of them trying to go to save the B point, but they're a little outnumbered.
Here they come, boys.
You're lucky I'm out of press, boy.
They have a flag with them too, which is most unfortunate if that goes down.
Shots? I'm right here. You guys suck. How do you miss that? Go to drill. Actually, I got you. Got 5 of you.
You won the 5-on-5 charge. Now charge into that. Looks like they got a couple more. I mean, CSA spawn is relatively close, but Union get that B point. A lot of CSA at C. They got to move off now because the only shot they have is by getting B or A, which Union has A undefended, which is why you always want to send a small, like, 3 to 5 man group to try and go decap your opponent's safe point, which the safe point for the Union has changed to the A point. But you want to do that so that if they don't have anyone defending, you can decap the point, and that's huge. However, if they have guys and your guys die, oh well, it's a 3 to 5 man loss. That's not a big deal. So, and if anything, it keeps those defending groups there. So, Union's kind of got a firm lock, but some guys have actually slipped through. Some 7th LA guys here. We don't see them. They'll see him in a second.
Moving northwest.
Alright. I was in the wrong spot. Check my bike.
Josie, you think?
I can't shoot him now.
Like an electric tea kettle?
No shot.
You see nothing. You see nothing. Not a single fucking.
Wow. And then said they charged the couple of 14th Indiana guys. I think they saw the flag get picked up. That's really funny. Nice decap from 7th LA.
No. You chill.
But Union's gonna get that back. Ah, Rip Kramer.
If you got low, just use it.
That's a CSA flag down. You got a lot more Union collapsing back at B, probably because they saw that decap. And it looks like we're gonna have a charge in a second, especially with CSA moving out this way. I think they're going for B and not for A. TG charging into outnumbered like 10 to 1.
Stand here, stand your ground! Shoot! Watch your right, watch your right.
Good job.
Keep it up, lads. Keep it up.
Send that lead. Kill those ribs.
Fill this gap, boys. Move this whole group to the left. Move to the left.
I'm out of line too.
Fill it in, boys. Move to the left.
So this CSA flank is starting to go around. They should try to flank into the Union if possible, not shoot to give away their surprise, but maybe they thought Union saw them. Anyways, they get a couple of nice shots off. NYV. I think they're positioning maybe just to secure the A point, which 20th Georgia is dive bombing the point, which I think is a mistake because Union's just going to turn, hold up on the straight fence, and destroy them because they're just in the open. Which when will they see him?
17 shot.
So that's a wipe there. Union's starting to go up and out, which I don't know why they waited so long till now, unless they're just trying to get some flanking shots on NYV, which it looks like they're doing that.
Good kills. Left face, right face.
Right face, on face. Let's go.
You actually have Union now charging into the few third usher guys that are here. Union just taking over this match. This result of this round is not surprising.
Sorry.
That was a Rambo.
Man, this is not a surprising result. I mean, War of Rights is a numbers game, and Union has 4 groups compared to CSA who has 14. I'd say that any given engagement, Union's going to outnumber CSA, and so they're going to be able to kind of dominate and impose their will on the map. CSA really has to blob up the whole time. They either can't separate from each other, or if they are, they need to play Napoleonic tactics with the Union, which it can be difficult on a mode where you're just defending a small point. Like, the thing is that CSA's trying to go for the B point, like they aren't sending anyone to A. Like CSA has to play dang near perfect, but they're making mistakes. Which Union, a lot of them just left the B point.
Hit the corner! Hit the corner! Into the corner!
And now they gave CSA the nice spot. They're cutting back at them though.
I'm a pirate. I have a sword. Arr.
Oh, I fucked up.
Arr, she mateys. Arr. Arr. On guard.
Maryland on the straight rail right here.
So, first Maryland barely wins that. You got 7th LA, TKO moving over here though. CSA though about to hit last stand. Again, if they die, they don't come back. And they might actually get a decap here, especially since a lot of the Union for some reason left the point. Now they're in between the points. And Union surprisingly is not down a flag either.
Oh.
Hello, Artie. And there they go. So, in all likelihood, CSA is just going to have a slow death. However, if this is likely just going to tick down until the clock hits 0, because the thing is with Conquest, right? I mean, huge maps, trying to kill all but 3 people, it's very difficult to do, right? You just have to have 3 Rambles hiding out, and, you know, they can kind of delay the round, but it looks like we'll have some charging. Midwest on 8th Connecticut.
Shit, I missed the officer. Charge! Charge!
No, prisoner! You need to reload. You don't Christ!
Keep moving.
Press T, press T, press T,
I
press
poop on
T.
your flag. I poop on your flag.
So, again, for the sake of campaign, they're going to try to go for the C point, although I don't know if they're doing any tabletop right now. I don't think they are. But, you know, it's always good to practice what you're going to have in the real situation. As I've been told, it's always good to have an answer for a question before you're asked it. So that if it's a hard one, you don't have to think about it in the moment. I think that's just good advice for a lot of things. That was deep for no reason, but, you know, you take what you get. Anyways, first Maryland charging in on the point. You got a couple of TKO first Ohio guys here.
Take the fucking point. A giant get fucked.
Mal, I'm so sorry.
Behind us, behind us, northeast.
Welcome back, flag. Flag with back. The back.
So, Union's going to get the B point, and they are going to get that C point, which I will note that if Union captures all 3 points, CSA is going to have a counterattack start for them. They'll have 3 minutes to either capture or neutralize 2 of the points, and they would normally lose 3 flag pulls worth of tickets during that counterattack. And if the 3-minute counterattack hit 0, the game would be over. But I don't think we're going to get a counterattack just because CSA is going to lower this A point, which is going to prevent that. I mean, you got a mix of CSA guys. A couple still at B, but who do you got for Union? I think it's NYV. Yep, they're going in. The speed run strats here, running around the fences instead of trying to hop up over them.
No, what do you think you're doing? What do you think?
Mama!
They're neutralizing it. You heard them.
So, a couple more NYV guys show up, and they're going to at least be able to prevent CSA from getting it. Got another regiment or 2 over here. 6th Arkansas now showing up to assist 3rd Usher, who's trying to hold on a little stone wall there. But Union's going to start raise. Union, if Union fully captures this point, it will start a counterattack, and it will delay this match even longer. It's like delaying the inevitable at this point. 20 seconds. It takes 30 seconds to raise the flagpole. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close.
Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch.
Not today, officer.
As fast as I can. Yes! Oh, I could not done any closer.
Dixie! I can't stab you, but go ahead and kill me.
Get the flag up.
Are you kidding me?
Belly charge.
You know, this is screenshot worthy.
Flags up.
Yeah, I will say, legendary cap. I don't know who did it. They sounded very excited. I don't blame them. That was legendary. I mean, 1 second. That was less than a second. I wish I could pull a time up, but yeah. So it's 3 minutes left. I mean, you got a couple CSA guys left on the map. A couple over there. You got a couple over here as well. But if CSA does get completely wiped, the round will end, and the counterattack won't really matter. Regardless, this match is finishing in 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Heck of a cap, though.
Just can't stop
Rock,
winning.
bro.
Even extend.
Independent fire that fence, boys.
Yep, they're peeking around corner. You can
Right
see
here.
them moving.
Independent fire down that fence line, boys.
So yeah, I mean, who's over here? 6 Arkansas guys, the last few CSA on the map, or at least last organized group on the map.
Arkansas fucks. Union sucks.
The 1 second is going to be holding there until 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Arkansas fuck. Union sucks.
Everybody charge. Union sucks. Arkansas fucks. Union sucks. Arkansas fucks.
No! No! No!
Anyways, that is going to be our first round of today. Good job by Union. Again, it's a expected result. It's just any expected encounter. You would expect Union to outnumber CSA. And it's also just easier for Union to kind of move around and communicate because they have more numbers. So they did as expected. CSA put up a good fight at the start, but couldn't keep it for the long term. They should have gone for the Union save point. I don't know why they didn't go for the 8 point for most of that round. Anyways, we'll see you all shortly for round number 2. And here we are with the start of round 2. Again, as mentioned, skirmishers moved out at 45. They can now start capturing points since we're at the 42-minute mark. And the infantry just started moving out. They'll be at the quick time till the 40-minute mark. No bayonets until 30. Anyways, you have these skirmishers out here with NYV charging out the CSA artillery. And then the CSA skirmishers have moved to cap a point, which a little surprising that Union skirmishers did not go to capture a point themselves. It's because right now CSA is probably going to have a uncontested flagpole advantage for the next at least 2-3 minutes, which all this kind of stuff can matter. So, brief run view of this map. CSA have the advantage at the A point. Union have the advantage at the C point. The middle point favors Union slightly. Union can technically, from their main spawn, get to the B point first before CSA. Now, obviously, a little different seeing as skirmishers move out first and CSA get it. However, the Union team should get it here first. Well, the interesting part is that normally Union will capture C and then wrap around the woods to try and get this A point and not really fight over the B point. They'll have guys over here contesting it, but they won't do a whole lot. What's also surprising, though, is that in the past, CSA has historically won the B point, which has been considered the middle point. I don't know why CSA always win this point. Maybe it's because they capture, I mean, they win it once and they have this long snake fence that they can spread out, but I mean, Union has a similar thing on their side. So it's a very confusing point to me, and I never understand why Union lose it. But of course, we'll see what happens. 10 seconds until double-clicking and sprinting can happen. Union's going to get that C point shortly. CSA, a little longer than Union, but they're going to get their save point. But again, I'm surprised these NYV guys are not pushing over. I will note we did get a Union perspective. Speaking of NYV, it's Hanson from the 6th New York. So appreciate his view. Appreciate Billy, the kid's view as well. Last round with the CSA side, but again, he got bounced over, so you know it is what it is. Rip Hansen. Anyways, let's get it with round number 2. Railroad cut, sprinting, and double quick is now enabled. CSA all up and over that A point. Union rushing out right away to the B point, which you might as well. You can get there a little faster, so you might as well decap it and try to cap it. And I've been trying to see what they do. Looks like they're having guys decap. Are they going to go up to that snake fence, or are they just going to... Looks like they are.
Work your way left!
Work it left.
Work it left!
Put a
Barrel
bullet in their
stuff.
face.
So you got some 14th Indiana guys in TKO flanking. Again, the analysis of last round with Union having an expected value higher in CSA in terms of numbers because they have less regiments on their team. I would not be surprised if Union takes or dominates CSA last round. Of course, we'll have to see it play out. You normally see CSA win this map, but we'll see.
Get out of my field, boy.
So Union is barely holding on to that fence, but it's more of a distraction to allow their flag to get capped. Now they're bringing the flag forward. I mean, NYV is kind of holding this flank, which you do have some CSA in the wood line engaging with them. Looks like you have 10th US moving up to assist NYV if needed. Midwest Brigade, Texas Guards, 5th New Hampshire over on this side taking shots that way. CSA a lot in the woods there. Cutting over to the A point though. You actually, CSA at C, they're going to get a decap, which is kind of funny. C point, you have Union already by that, but you got 7th LA by the A point. Also, you got the 1st Ohio over here. Union, though, they've got a large force moving up through here. 8th Connecticut.
Independent fire, gentlemen.
But, I mean, again, they don't know they outnumbered, but they should just run up. I mean, seriously, if I were the Union, you know more than likely you're going to have an advantage in numbers, so you might as well just go in unless you obviously see. But you can get kind of wanting to play cautious here. The 1st Maryland guys are going to back off that B point, probably retreat to the C point along with these Union guys over here who I don't think have a flag. They're more just guarding that. But who are our decappers here is the 3rd Usha. So nice decap from these guys. Again, it's preventing CSA from getting a ticket loss. This is what they should have done last round. And maybe this round will be more competitive because of it. Who knows? But Union needs to send someone back to that C point to get it back. I know 1st Maryland's like, well, we can't move because if we leave, they're just going to take this B point or just decap it relatively easily. 10th US or NYV definitely could, but they're probably like, we're so far away, someone else is probably going to handle it. Which leaves these guys, which 8th Connecticut is sending a couple guys back. And it looks like they're bringing the flag with them. So, looks like 8th Connecticut is bearing the responsibility of this, which this means that they do not have a flag over here. So if they die, they'll just spawn on that flag back at sea. So they just might go in, charge, and die in glory and in honor while also just trying to get a decap, which would be huge for them. But you got CSE on the outside side. Do they see him?
Yes, I'm a flag bearer! I hate all of you, I'm leaving!
Shift cover, gentlemen.
That was
I got a
funny.
flag!
Wonder, I hope they shoot you.
They kill Eugene back.
So, I think you can drop from that without dying from fall damage. I think it's on that edge for if it does actually affect it. But you do have some CSA trying to flank across. 1st Maryland's are moving on point. Some CSA seem to have charged in on NYV over there. And NYV held that. Union getting respawns, moving in on the C point. They're going to be able to take it back and keep that ticket drain going on the CSA. Which CSA is up on tickets a little bit.
That's what we are.
That's what we've been doing.
The fuck? What's that? Right face, double quick, shift to right. We're gonna get behind
Right
them.
face, double quick. I see the officer on our left decoys.
Right here. Start firing into that bush. There they are.
Oh gosh, that's a big group.
Which TKO doesn't live long, but again, it's like they didn't have their flag with them, so it's not the worst thing in the world there. I really don't think 10th US or NYV needs to be up there. One of those two groups. I think Union is losing a lot of manpower over there. Obviously, we can see there's not a lot of CSA there, but also it's just it's its own area of the map. There's nothing important over there really, except for maybe CSARD. Important meaning by point, like the points. There's no points of contention over there, so it's kind of a lot. Which, based on where they're positioned, I'd probably say 10th US needs to actually get over here to the center B point, or try to fight for this A point. So Union gets the C point back, starting that ticket drain again, and they are cycling around to get their flag back with their line. But CSA is going to push out to the B point again, trying to bring in a flag. And this is what I mean. Whoever is trying to take the middle point, it's a rough spot. It's in the middle of an open field. You all have to blob up on the point here, and the other team can just throw lead into you. Now, you can eventually get a decap, but you're going to take a lot of loss doing that. Which, I mean, they only got a couple guys left here.
I did give permission. Out.
Don't allow him.
Ain't nobody can pull a flag down like me. No?
So, I mean, they're trying, but they don't have a whole lot of guys there. Meanwhile, Union's getting closer and closer to A. Looks like some of the CSA have moved off the A point here. But they do get that decap eventually.
I see. We're gonna go in the corn.
And it looks like TKO is that group that went off. You have some CSA that are kind of pushed through, and that's what I mean, right? Is sure, they're holding this flank down fine. We can see that CSA outnumbers, but also it's like you would think Union wouldn't want to put that many people over there. But you got 20th Georgia that kind of snuck through. They're going for the B point now.
Flag to the pole. Let's go. Flag is down. Put it on that fucking pole.
Somebody get the flag on the pole. Get the flag on the pole. Just get the flag on the pole.
But I mean, 1st Maryland is playing this perfectly. They're just sitting back, shooting it. They're not trying to charge out at the CSA to make it more of an even fight. But they're just completely shooting them down. So really nice job from them. Looks like you got this flank from TKO. And now 1st Maryland's pushing out, trying to get it back. TKO hitting it. Really a good time. But similarly now, CSA can kind of sit in. They're charging. Okay. I don't recommend this. You're putting yourself on an even playing field with your opponent who outnumbers you.
We gotta go. Fire! Fire! Oh my god, you just spawned in. We're stuck.
What the fuck? Hell no! How dare you try to get out of here?
Oh, that guy's a bitch if he had one.
Keep fighting, Maryland. Keep
Do
fighting.
you think I care? I don't care.
Demons, you have the line, bro.
So, 1st Maryland holds that. Exactly, right? I mean, you're not going to be able to charge out a force that outnumbers you, so just sit and shoot from a distance like 1st Maryland was doing. Anyways, 8th Connecticut is slowly sending guys down to decap on the A point. Union's got the center B point back, and they're about to decap the A point, which is going to result in a 2 flagpole loss for the CSA, which they can't really afford, so.
Keep up the fire. Keep up the fire.
I mean, again, the crazy part too is that Union is wasting a lot of manpower over there as well, but yet Union is able to still do fine. And again, CSA is putting a little pressure on C, but like I think TKO had a great flank. Maybe they should have gone over to the C point, which if this is TKO, holy crap, how did all these guys survive that?
Sorry. Hey, Necmo boy, how do you? I found drifting. Well, I was distracting him for you, but there was in fact a Union line come down there to the west.
There's a blob right behind.
So TSA drops to engaged, And the thing is, too, is that Union, there's barely any CSA over here, but Union could try to get the point if they want, or regardless, they're just going to make it very difficult for CSA to try and retake, because they've got to send a lot of guys, and that's just going to take CSA, it's going to take a long time for them to communicate. So, and they actually have CSA actually decapping that B point. I mean, they're still losing tickets, but...
Back to the fence with ye. Get out of here. That's my killer. There they are.
Oh my God! Deport them!
But now they're moving out again. Like, I think you can shoot them down for a while, but if you see that they're very, very weak compared to you, charging out's not terrible, but... Again, it's all circumstances, right?
Boys, come on, push it. Get out of here, officer.
So CSA will get that B point for the moment, so they'll prevent the ticket loss. No one is getting that A point still.
How many pistols y'all got, man? What is this?
Hold the line, boys. Hold the line. I am a warrior.
Friendlies.
Friendly. Yeah, fuck you, Yankees, you fucking idiot.
And CSA is actually going to be able to hold that B point. Props to them. Unfortunately, though, Union's about to get the A point, so all that work, unfortunately, is lost. You have more CSA now leaving from this. I don't know why 10th US is over here at this point. I don't. I mean, sure, they're reinforcing NYV, but I don't know. CSA is just starting to ignore that, and sure, we could see it up here, but that just feels like an unnecessary area to be at. Anyways, looks like you got the Midwest guys moving over here with 65th Illinois and some 7th LA guys. They're trying to help. I mean, nice part for CSA, even though they don't have a whole lot of guys, they just got to shoot at this, which Union's just forming a line to body block.
Go away, CSA. Go away. Your mother's a blueberry. Tubes is down.
They are going to get it.
Hey, body block on. Body block on.
But CSA is starting to kind of overwhelm on this spot. It's going to take CSA a while, though, to get it down. So Union has some time to recover and respond. But this match is a lot closer than what I would anticipate. Again, imagine like 10 or 15 of these guys over here fighting on this side of the map. Maybe at the B point or helping 8th Connecticut at the A point. That's all I'm going to say. So, Union's still dealing a ticket loss here. Union is starting to dwindle on numbers, which Union did get their flag out up here, which very impressive, at least from 8th Connecticut. A and V starting to dive bomb the point, though. And Union drops to engaged, almost up a half morale stage right now, and Union's not heavily contesting this decap, so CSA might actually be able to do something here.
Get off of it, I'll finish. Get the flag, let's get out. Get that flag. Keep going, come on, Cosmic, keep going. Go, come on, go.
So CSA trying to get the flags, they at least need to get out of bounds, so. And it looks like CSA's decap C. You know, this will be kind of an embarrassing loss for Union if they lose this. Again, the expectation going into this is Union wins this. Looks like they are going to get out the flag, so. I mean, inbounds-wise, 4 favored in CSA. CSA not even taking anyone on artillery because NYV has it. Union has 4. So, I mean, it is an 8-man infantry inbounds in favor of CSA, which is not a lot. So, this is not looking good for Union side. CSA have 2 of the points, and now they're moving off. Actually, never mind. 10th US is still over here. You got 1st Maryland trying to charge in. NYV's moving off the rocks to try to assist them, and I mean, when 5th Corps blobs up and goes in, they just sweep CSA very quickly there. Nice shot there from Irish. So CSA, some of them pushing back to that B point, and they're starting to engage with 1st Maryland guys here.
There's a lot of rebels over there.
On the line, facing north. On the line, facing north.
Quickly, get your
So they're kind of hiding in a defilade there. Reform a little bit. And CSA won't cap C, but honestly not the huge thing in the world. NYV shifting over to decap. You guys still got some guys back here. It looks like some other pack of NYV. And then 10th is in the woods. They're starting to push back out. Maybe get back in the center of the fight. But 8th Connecticut, they just need to keep running that back to the C point. You got a lot of guys moving out of Maine, but they don't have a flag. So CSA doing a great job here. They're just throwing lead down. They could definitely charge if they want to, but they don't necessarily need to. As long as they keep it decapped, it works for them.
Shoot that guy! Shoot that guy! He's bringing
Dang him.
Give him fire!
Don't let him beat up!
Well, looks like 20th Georgia guys are going to get that flag out, and now CSA's charging out. Looks like they want to keep this point, which you can't blame them. Union flag is down over here. They're trying to raise it up, but they all get wiped. And CSA is going to be able to get this flag up, which I think that's the 50A flag. It looks very nice. Let me confirm.
Alright, lower that flag.
Nope. Probably it's 13th Virginia then. I don't know.
Scarecrow dead bodies, I'd be telling
The whitish flags are very nice looking, at least. It's more, I think they just look different. It's like you got the Union like light blue uniforms. It's like, oh, they look cool to me. But also, it's like most of the Union uniforms are dark blue, so it's more of just maybe it's just saying something new, right? So, TKO 6 Arkansas is trying to flank around. I don't know if they're setting up there to. I don't know what they're doing there. I mean, we'll see, but. You got 1st Maryland guys dive bombing trying to get the flag, which they're going to pay a hefty price. They might not even be able to get the flag out.
Get the flag! Get the flag! Get the flag!
Go, run away, Benjamin, run away.
Get that flag, keep moving.
And tickets are about evened up again. They are going to get the C point back, but I mean, the Union's grand strategy going into this round has not... I mean, having a larger portion of your team, like 30-some guys over here, 30, 35, that's not a good idea. But, I mean, at this point, right... it's still a very close round. It can go either way, but CSA is in a lot better of a spot. Union's actually going to get a charge. That was a devious laugh. And CSA will hold that. I mean... CSA is blobbing up a lot more. They are going after their opponent's safe point, which is forcing Union A to retreat back there with the flag, which is hindering their assaults on the other points. On top of that as well, it's just making sure they don't have one of the flags in their favor. And then also poor Union planning by sending a lot of guys over here. Which again, having some is fine, but having a large chunk of your team over there not doing much it's killer. I mean, this is a perfect storm for CSA. They're about to knock Union into taking losses and take a slight lead here.
Come and get some, Yanks.
Hell yeah, I knew you guys would protect me. Thanks, Debbie.
Come and get some, Yanks. You can't shoot for shit.
All of us are literally all of us are Yankees. Just cosplay.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, but they're Yankees too, so I'm also a Yankee.
So Union backing off the point a little bit. CSA's playing this pretty dang well. So Union looks like they're making a little assault over to the A point again. CSA just can't spread out too much. I think 3rd Usher's trying to go for that C point again, which is why they're out here by themselves. But if CSA lets Union pick them apart, it's going to be significantly more difficult for the CSA to do well. So Union's kind of gathering up on the CSA already.
Hey. Everybody calm down.
Let's get him.
It's fine, boys. It's fine. Everybody doesn't need to scream.
Parker's literally just killing kittens in the corner over there.
I also wonder if CSA is not taking any artillery because that was their original plan, or it's because Union has it. So if Union alt tabs, they could be like, oh, CSA does not taking any on arty, so maybe we don't even need to hold here. But regardless.
I'll protect you for it.
Brace, boys.
You killed Kenny.
Watch back.
Hold, get in there and hold. Get in there and hold. Hold on.
Chaos in the woods. CSA is putting up a good defense. Union flag rushing in. Flags are the biggest thing in these charges. The flags touch. And CSA is going to hold the ground. That's a huge hold for them. Again, securing that 8 point a little bit longer. Union kind of looks like they're trying to loop around, maybe form up. And 3rd Usha is looking to make another C push.
Shoot the Houdini! Shoot the Houdini! Hold on, we're good.
So, CSA, they got a brace for the B point now. 6 Arkansas ran up and turned around 180. They're running a little pacer test here. Can't blame them for going off. You got a couple Union guys moving on that point, trying to decap it. But CSA dropped to taking losses almost up a half morale stage. And it looks like Union is going to get that decap, so they'll at least stop the ticket drain on their part.
We're still on B. There's 2. They're all off. They're off of it. They're pushing it.
Actually, they prevent that. So nice shots there from TG, A, and V, 7th South Carolina. At least I saw one TG guy there. You got some more Union guys trickling out, not bringing a flag. Union not trying to commit their whole force so they don't get shot down. A nice move there. And again, CSA doesn't need to play this aggressive. They can just kind of sit off for a little bit. They can shoot the Union down as they try to cap. But now they get the decap. No one's losing tickets to flags. And never mind, they're losing. Huge decap from 3rd Usha. Really huge. They've played this round well. I know they're not playing arty like they normally do, but they're doing a heck of a job this round with this decap. Because again, all these Union guys coming from Maine, they don't have a flag with them, so Union can't capture this point back. Which we thought that the ticket loss for both sides, or rather for Union, would have disappeared with Union decapping that middle point. However, 3rd Usha decapped it, and yeah. I mean, the thing is, too, is Union has all these large groups. They're not keeping any to defend their safe point like they kind of were last round. I mean, they left the A point open last round, but they had a lot of guys in between where CSA was and where the point was, so it made a little more sense. So A and V pushes back out, getting a decap, bringing a little more guys than the Union did forward, and it looks like they're going to break a flag and capture it back up and be up 2 flagpoles. Oh my goodness. Are they... Union gets a flag to the C point, so... Wow. This round is going the exact opposite of how I would have expected it. So Union gets C, CSA is going to get B, 3rd Usha just sitting over there, and Union is just leaving it again. Oh my goodness. This is, I mean, really good job, again, from CSA so far. I mean, 15 minutes, there's still enough time for Union to come back, but it's like a 5-10% chance that Union actually pulls it off at this point. It's very low.
Go back to Yanktown, Yankee. Go back to fucking Yanktown, Yankee.
Wow.
Go back to Yanktown. Yanktown, go there to Yanktown. Alright, that should be all of them.
So, I mean, you get tiny charges from Union. Union may be trying to act a little more desperately, but CSA is just holding kind of their defensive line.
They're all in the core northeast.
Northeast, boys. Got a flag. Northeast, east.
I'm glad whoever said that is very happy that they're doing very well. I mean, I'm in shock. I'm happy for CSA here. I mean, again, I'm sorry. Not really. But 10th US, what are you doing over here? Maybe this was the game plan for 10th US to be over here. I don't know who decided that they need to be over there or why they're still there. But seriously, they're keeping... I mean, 10th US brings a good chunk of guys to the event. I mean, where are they at? They're bringing 17 dudes. That's a lot of guys. I mean, our imbalance is 5 right now, artillery 9, but 17 guys on top of that. That's 26 Union guys just basically not in the fight entirely. So, I don't know who decided they were there. I don't know why they're still there. Someone has to make the decision to change. Because the Union team is actively struggling. They're down, I mean, 27 guys. 15 is about that mark where it's like, okay, it's too much to where we can't win. It's too much. But anyways, Union gets a decapped on B. 3rd Ush is about to get a decap on C. Union already, I guess they maybe have some infantry guys there. We do have a little charge, though, from TG here. CSA charging in on the B point to take that right back. But then... I mean, like, NYV's got to push up and start getting close shots. 10th US, they can't be over there. Chicken jockey. Flinton steer. So TKO might not win that charge, but they provided a huge distraction to let CSA take the point. But great push in from the side from 1st Maryland here. Looks like some NYV. See 20th Georgia as well. Actually, 20th Georgia CSA. Well, looks like NYV and 1st Maryland charged up through here. Great charge from them. What an arty shot from someone. Actually, it looks like the Union already took the CSA guns. That's maybe why they've been holding over there the whole time, which that would make sense. But CSA now up 2 flags. And Union's, oh my goodness.
Hey guys, they're using our own cannons to shoot at us.
I know.
Are we gonna let them shoot at us with our own cannons? Or
Yes, you are, because he's one cannon. Yeah. Although that was a beautiful shot from those guys on the point a moment ago, which is the 5th Corps guys there. So, yeah, I mean, Union, they're bringing a flag back, but 3rd Ush is just unaffected. Oh my goodness. I cannot understand how shocking this is for CSA to be winning. They're going to win the game too. Unless Union captures all 3 points, this round's over. 10th US now starting to move over. Wow.
Let's go, MWB, left face. Double quick, let's go.
Wow.
Go, MWB, let's go.
I don't believe it was...
I mean, the thing was, last round too, CSA didn't play terrible. It's not like CSA by any means made many mistakes. I mean, it's just a rough play. If Union plays decent, they should win, regardless of what CSA kind of does. But when you play bad like this, it's let CSA do good. Now they're actually charging the NYV position, which they're getting a little greedy. But again, Union has like a 1% chance of winning this at this point. Looks like some 6 Arkansas guys charged NYV here, and they'll hold that, unsurprisingly. 10th US has shifted over to get shots. Like, that is a more reasonable position for them to be in than over here. But it's too little too late. So, wow.
It would be best if we went to the next fence.
I'm Glaucomus Prime.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Every time 3rd Usha decaps, it forces a Union flag to run back, which, because Union has these large groups, they normally accept that 8th Connecticut little push we saw at the beginning, but the odds that Union sends a flag and like 4 or 5 guys to a point is pretty low. Normally, their whole group just lingers over to the point. 8th Connecticut, again, has done a little bit better with that, but this is, I mean, the whole Union team is essentially over here. Sure, some of them are coming from Maine, but Union's going to hit last stand any second now, and they're going to pull off a very impressive win. Now, did Union make mistakes? Yes, but CSA still played good. Even if Union plays bad, CSA has to play well. And, I mean, Union played a lot better of a round last round. Also, CSA not trying to decap the Union safe point at A in the last round definitely affected things. However, CSA did. They played Conquest perfectly. They have. And it most certainly helped that Union made mistakes. Really, CSA needed that. But wow. NYV is now pushing up. So... Phantom trying to warn.
That's right, brother.
Scoreboard.
Like, you done messed up.
Anyways, Union hit last stand, die, they don't come back. If they were dead, they spawn back at main. When she got Union has a little wave. That's why you see on skirmish maps, at least, you generally, the attacker wants to hit the defender in the last stand at the beginning of a charge or before charge, because if once they hit last stand, everyone spawns main, and you don't want to get into a big charge, and then they hit last stand, and then all those guys respawn. So when you hit an enemy position, you want to hit in the last stand right away, so if they die, you know they don't come back. So anyways, here's a push from Union onto the A point, which Union does outnumber CSA here.
Oh shit, watch it, first team, southwest.
Oh, second group, left, run flag, run.
Push, boys.
I'm way ahead of you.
Southeast.
Push Maryland, push.
Push. You guys
Kill them. Kill them.
Sorry, buddy.
On Irish, boys.
Oh, that was new.
Alright, full kits, decap.
So Union's going to win on the A point, something they haven't done since the near beginning of the round. Looks like we got some Union main spawns going in, or it might be 10th US it is.
Run away, boy.
Hello.
I can't wait to die. I cannot wait to die.
Yeah, I feel you, brother.
But it's cool, I killed your officer.
And so 20th Georgia and 5th New Hampshire's going to hold that. You got a couple of Union guys at C. 3rd Usha, I assume that's them. Eyeing them down, which we got some time here to look. Ah, it's 14th Indiana this time. Drax at the helm. That was not our fault. What a username. But you got kind of that last Union force at the C point, at least trying to hunker down at that. I mean, you do have a large force still at A. But...
I saw the second Napoleon movie, and I was curious as to why he liked eating pussy so much. That shit sounded like it nasty in the 1800s.
He's French. It shouldn't be surprising.
That's true. Did you eat a lot of Harry Bush in the war?
The American Civil War, my friends. Conversations you will find in this game. You can literally find most things in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if any topic you could think of was probably talked about at one point in the... It's been like 10 years since this game has been out. Why is there... Oh. Did they try to break the fence and roll an arty gun to the B point? That'd be kind of funny. CSA charging through the last few. Union there at the A point. And with that, our last huzzas for the Union tonight are at the C point. Chris Hansen. I didn't know he played War of Rights.
Stand on top of the rock, please. Look at the point. We gotta at least slow it down.
Hey guys, we need to go die right now so that we can end the game with just these 2 points and end the round.
They're about to get A.
Gentlemen, please. Charge to the point.
It's a good idea there from Patriot. Or Patrick, sorry, I blanked.
Go to C. Go to C.
But, yeah. There was no reason for why Union should have lost this game. They had the slight imbalance, had the artillery on it. That you also had 10th US sitting way off, doing nothing most of the round. I mean, sure, they were shooting with CSA, but in terms of actual impact in the round, they weren't doing a whole lot. NYV, I mean, they made sense where they were at, but added with 10th US, it was kind of confusing for have both groups being over there. Only one of those groups should have been over there, and NYV was in the more preferred spot. But the rest of the Union kind of got picked apart because 3rd Usher just went in decap C all day, every day. And Union kept having to retreat with large force, and CSA just kind of hunkered in the center of the map and was able to bounce off of the B and A point really easily. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, Clips channel, and more in the description. I appreciate you all. I could not do this without you all. I appreciate it, and have a wonderful rest of your night, and hope you have a wonderful start to your week.